Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to City Bowls Club Warrnambool for the running of the 2025 National Bowling Arm Championships. We're here for 5 days. We're streaming morning and afternoon games. We've got 6 states competing. It's going to be a massive week. My name's Brian Sheen. I'm the Bowls Coordinator. And with me today, Bowlsfix CEO Tony Sherwell. Welcome, Tony.
Morning, Brian. Morning, everybody.
Great to have you here, Tone.
Oh, it's nice to be here. Not every day you get to commentate on national titles. So 2025 National Bowling Arm Championships is the place to be. In this lovely City Bowls Club in Warrnambool.
So this morning we've got a big game here, Queensland v Victoria. We're starting with a singles game on Rink 1 on the stream. And we have Douglas Kynham from Queensland against Michael Swan from Victoria.
Yeah, it should be a good battle. Mickey Swan, of course, over 60s state title holder in the mixed pairs only a year or so ago.
I thought you'd be all over that one.
Yeah, no doubt about Mick. He's up against Doug Kleinens, who's hails out of Tweed Heads using a Drake's Pride Conquest bowl. This is him on the mat now. Opening bowl.
The Tweed Heads is a strong club.
Yeah, certainly is. Got everything you could possibly want up there.
So first to 21.
Who's your pick in this one, Brian?
Well, I don't really know Doug, so haven't seen Doug bowl before. So I'll stay impartial at this stage, and going to hope for a really close game.
Certainly agree with that. I'll hope for a close game, but I'm going for the Vicks. It wouldn't matter who they're playing, where they're playing, what they're playing.
I thought you might say that, Tony. Now, I'm going to put you under the pump here, Tony. I know you're not directly involved with the bowling arms, but maybe you could just explain to the viewers how this event works.
I will give it a go. So it's not our event, as you say.
No,
it's run.
I've thrown you under the bus.
But I can tell you there's 6 states competing, everyone bar ACT and NT. And each state plays each other over the 5 days. So a 5-day carnival here in Warrnambool. It's almost a 3 5-a-sides within a team, if that makes any sense. So at the moment we've got 3 singles matches going concurrently and 3 fours matches. Vic taking on Queensland, all the other states with their respective matches. Then in the afternoon we switch it all over. 15 ends in the fours, by the way. We switch it all over and have pairs and triples. Triples is 17 ends. And pairs is 2 and a walk pairs over 15 ends. So essentially, whoever sits atop the table and has the most leg wins at the end will be declared the winner. Victoria has had a veritable mortgage on this event. This is the 11th time it's been run. Victoria's won 10. A couple of years off for COVID, as most of us did.
So very impressive, Tony. I see you've done your homework.
Just off the top of my head, that sort of stuff, Brian.
Yeah.
And a little bit of help from the beautiful notes you've prepared.
All right, so close for shot here.
Doug. Whether it's going to get in for second shot, but he's certainly still holding one.
Yep.
Our marker, Bruce Colley, will be doing a fabulous job. Mick Swan's just asked him. He's 1 down.
Very good bowling arm exponent in his own right, Bruce Colley.
Not unusual to see markers at a really high level who are also very good players themselves. It's a big help for the players that they can have some confidence in what the marker's going to say and the instructions they're going to give.
Basically what you're saying, Tone, we'll never get a marking gig.
Well, you might. I've seen you bowl. I'm a long way from it. Like most things, Brian, I just fill in where needed.
So thanks to Pure Stream AV, got Logan Kelly here producing the show today with Alex. Doing a great job bringing you this beautiful vision. And I believe Logan had a birthday last week, turned 15, Logan, was it? Saw Mum drop you off this morning with the trailer. Yep. No, you're doing a great job, mate.
You know you've got 5 days of this, Logan. Good luck is all I'll say.
He's used to it by now. All right,
Mickey Swan.
He's looking to arrest shot back here with his last bowl.
Can come in off his own.
He's got a
Draw
good
it
track here, boy.
clean. Oh, sits the shot bowl down, but no change. Doug Kleinham's.
Looks like it'll
the
only be
single.
one. Yep. Now, Tony, you're just coming off a big VBL4 finals weekend. You'd be pretty happy with that comp.
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, it's a ripper event. Finals held up at the lovely Moment Bowling Club, and aside from it being cold, everything else went pretty well. And
Yeah, it's just getting stronger each year.
it is,
VBL.
and so great to see some different clubs in there. Obviously, final play between Traralgon and Warrnambool, so a very high standard of bowls was being played across the whole event.
I was watching barracking for the Warrnambool Bulls, and they done a grand job.
Yeah, they really did.
Yep.
There wasn't a lot in it in the end. Nice way to pick up 30,000 for first prize and 15,000 for second for those two clubs. So. Queensland on the board, first of all.
Of course, we've got our new scoreboard in action here today, Tone. So you can see we've got the 6 rinks there. They'll got Queensland and Victoria written on them, and they'll add up over the 6 rinks as we progress.
It looks terrific. I was chatting to Julie Dosser, the general manager here at City Bowls Club. I couldn't believe one of the members has made that themselves.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Where's that controlled from, Brian?
So the markers have the remote controls.
Okay, and they just up and down on shots?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very well done. Most players arrived over the weekend, had a chance to have a bit of a practice here yesterday.
Yeah, they had a big day yesterday. They've been rolling in over the last 4 days. They've been coming in, introducing themselves as they arrive and getting social memberships and, to give themselves discounts at the bar and so forth.
Why not?
And they're a good crew.
Yeah, there's a good, in fact, in our opening address from our President Pat Schran this morning, she reminded all players to make sure they have fun.
Yeah.
Which is spot on. Of course, they're here to compete for a national title, but doesn't mean you can't have a bit of fun while you're doing it.
Correct.
And what a place to have some fun. 2 greens undercover. If you haven't been to City Bowls Club here in Warrnambool, do yourself a favour. 2 greens undercover, 2 further synthetics, so 3 greens in use.
I was a bit nervous
Excellent.
last week, Tony. The weather wasn't looking that good. With obviously outdoor on the sea green there, but it's been kind to us so far, and it doesn't look too bad for the rest of the week.
So far, so good. South Australia and Tasmania are out there at the moment. The other match, Western Australia taking on New South Wales on the back green, and Queensland and Victoria here. Doug Kleinham's got shot so far, early days, just second end.
Yeah, Mick not too far away there. Just working into his game. So Doug's running with the short stick. Tone, what do we call that one? It's
so bowler's arms come in various lengths. For those who
Yeah.
haven't seen it before, that one's almost the wheelchair size. It's one of the shorter ones you can get.
Yep.
And it looks like a DHB version to me.
Yep, otherwise known as a hacksaw.
Hacksaw, yes, correct. Beautiful bowling arm. So he has some muscle issues and hence has had to move to the bowler's arm. He's been bowling for about 20 years, so expect a strong showing out of Doug.
So Mickey Swaney's using an Aero Optima size 4.
Up against the Drake's Pride Conquest.
Very good, mate. You've done your homework again.
Oh, look, I only thought I'd better show up today because I know I'm commentating with royalty.
And you've done beautifully on the opening ceremony.
Well, there's a couple of little faux pas in there, but it's not like it was streamed and gone out to...
Millions of viewers.
You're telling me it was?
Millions of viewers, yeah.
How good was the choir? We had the national anthem, we had the local primary school come down.
I wasn't sure what to expect, and I was quite impressed.
They were good.
Yeah,
very good.
Beautiful
Local
voices.
St Joseph's Primary School.
Now Douglas, he's
a
all
nice
over it
bowl.
here.
Just
Beautiful
a couple.
bowl.
Centimetre short of
Mick's
touching.
under a bit of pressure here. Be interesting to see if he chooses to play a bit of weight at this head.
Yeah, it's
Or whether-
shaping up for that, isn't it?
And much more sensible commentary today here without Sammy Rogers.
Oh, he's unhinged. He is unhinged. I think he's just going to have to get down slightly, so no change. Doug will pick up a couple.
So he's off to a great start, Douglas.
Certainly is. 3-0 early days.
Yep.
Simon Cullinane for Vicks on the rink next door, leading 2-0.
Simon's been in red hot form. They've
player,
held some tournaments. They had the state champs here. He won both the singles and the pairs. He's been in a real purple patch. He showed me yesterday the purple patch had passed, but he always says that. So
he's a very good player, qualified for one of the Victorian contingent up to the Australian indoors at Tweed Heggs.
Yep, for sure.
Doug's home club. And the third singles competitor for Victoria, Neil Crisp, needs no introduction. Semi-finalist of an Australian Open a little while ago.
And last year he finished on top of the player ladder. 9 wins out of 10 games in these championships at East Maitland.
It's a reasonable record, isn't it? 9 out of 10.
Yeah, good going.
Sounds a bit like your record, Brian.
Not really. So Jack on the tee.
Just looking over one rink, Simon Cullinane for Victoria taking on Martin Klein from Queensland. They've had a pretty good head a couple of times, so it'll be a ripper game if you are anywhere nearby. Come on down and watch. Plenty of bowls to bring you all week.
And it's a bit of a theme, Tony. So you got Kynham on 1 and Klein on 2.
I know.
So
what's going on? Not very original up there in Queensland.
Have you had a look at 3 yet?
Dare I look? Newman. Alan Newman.
Very good.
There are some very, very good bowlers who are using a bowler's arm. I can see Guy Ingebrigtsen out there. One of Yarraville Footscray's stalwarts.
We love the bowling arms and right up until they beat us.
Yeah, I remember in an Australian Open one year I got taught an absolute lesson in a fours match, come up against 4 guys all using a bowler's arm, and they were deadly.
It's a great thing. It keeps them in the game,
100%.
and they can bowl day after day.
Yeah.
They're not pulling up sore. We've got over 100 members at our club now using bowling arms, which is massive.
Out of how many members total?
Around 300 full members.
So almost 1 in 3. So
yeah,
a lot of those people might have been forced to give the game away if it wasn't for the bowlers' arms.
No, you're spot on there.
Well done to Trevor Harker, who invented them many, many moons ago. In fact, the Vic and Queensland team are playing for the Trevor Harker Shield.
Correct.
So each of the states have a shield to play for in their respective matches, and the overall title awarded to who sits atop the table at the end of the week.
So Mickey Swan's, he's just struggling a bit here, Tone. He's just can't get his rhythm at all. He's dropped his last one in the ditch. And Douglas is just he's sneaking away on him. So Mick will have to he'll have to get on top here.
Yeah, he's 3 down on the board and 3 down on the head. So you don't want to go down 6-0 early. Mickey Swan's still got 2 bowls to come though in this head. Shout out to all the organisers who put this event together. It's a power of work. I think by the end of the week they'll be proper exhausted.
You're right there.
Mickey Swan will cut the margin back slightly. Still 2 down. How good is this club? They look after us very, very well. As I say, if you are close by, or even if you're not, jump on down. Plenty of accommodation down here in town. Come and stay and enjoy some bowls on a week of entertainment here at the City Bowls Club in Warrnambool. Oh, Doug's on fire early. Little trail on the jack. Holding 3 again. Mickey Swan with some work to do with his last bowl.
He'd be feeling the pressure here, Mick. They'd all be quite nervous starting the championships, and it's a big responsibility playing the singles.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't want to hit the
He's
Queensland
crashed, but
bowl in. I reckon he might have done enough
Yeah, he's
to
probably
cut
got.
out most.
Yeah, might have
Down
picked second.
one.
Picked up second there.
The key to that one is he couldn't afford to be short.
Ah,
He had plenty of bowls to work in, off, or use. So well played, Mickey Swan, from 3 down back to 1 down.
yeah, we might get that. Logan, can you get a shot of the flags? Looks pretty impressive. The 6 state flags.
Yeah, very nice to see. Of course, all teams this morning in the opening ceremony had a little walk on and stood behind their flags very proudly.
There we go. Very
Flags
good.
in the background.
Beautiful.
New South Wales and Queensland not going with the state flags. They've got their own sort of versions of. And you can see the other flags adorning the windows beautifully. One more to Doug Kleinham. He now leads 4-0.
Well done, Tony. You're talking Logan through it beautifully.
Oh, he doesn't need any help. Yeah, this is a good setup here. I'm impressed. And I do love the old camera that can get us any shot in the ditch or whatever it is. So nice setup here. Obviously some experienced work.
And
Pure Stream AV.
And I probably need to remind you that the stream is powered by City Bowls Club Warrnambool.
Yes, I might make the odd error every now and again. So apologies in advance if I do. You ever had a go with a bowler's arm, Brian?
When I done my coaching course, it's part of it. Yeah, they're quite tricky to use.
They certainly are.
And in the coaching course, you got to try all the different ones, and yeah.
Yeah. Some people might say they look easier,
Yeah,
but I can assure you they take a lot to get used to.
yeah.
Yeah, just to alert the viewers as to what's going on, you've obviously clicked your fingers or something and someone's come running with egg and bacon rolls or something like that.
Yes.
This just happens all day, does it?
I wish it did. Yeah.
Part of your contract here is look after me as well as you can or there'll be trouble.
It's all part of it.
Yeah, beautiful bowl there from Doug Kleinham. Start to Simon Cullinane on the rink next door too. He's leading at 5-0. Counters the 4-0 deficit for Mickey Swan here on the streamed rink. This is a better bowl from Mick Swan. Needs to take the jack back a touch further.
Great bowl, still down,
Good effort.
but that'll give him a bit of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. Both players have a bowl to sit out for a couple here.
This overhead camera works beautifully, doesn't it?
It is very, very good. Speaking of very good, Duck just pulling up a touch shot.
Yeah, beautiful track.
Yeah, line was very good. Yeah, it's always on a lot of streams. It's difficult to get shots of bowls in the ditch, so Logan's got that covered well and truly. Just going with a little bit of weight here.
Played it pretty good.
Yeah,
He's got the shot.
at a sort
Got
of
two.
2.5 bowl target.
Yeah, got
Comes off
two.
his own bowl, boosts that in, and then jack back for a couple. Marker Bruce Colley getting a bit of chalk out for that one. Doug just confirming whether it's 1 or 2 down. Marker Bruce Colley holding out 2 fingers to say 2 down. Good news for Mick Swan fans. Doug's 3 bowls are all short of the jack. Big last bowl here. I don't know if it's going to have the trip. Oh dear, he'll be ruining that one. Oh, Doug Kleinum.
Chance for Mick to get himself into the game here.
Yeah, he's asking how far short is Doug's closest. So he's trying to work out what the margin of error here is. On the backhand, he'll stick this one nice and wide, not try to cause too much trouble. See if he can't sneak in a third shot. Track's good, but again, we might find a little gap. Yeah, just whether that's going to get in, it could well have done enough. It's very close, certainly 2, potentially 3.
He would have liked another inch on that one, I think.
Yeah. Probably got a little bit lucky coming through the gap too, but I think from that angle it does look like 3. So. Yeah, Doug just saying, if you want that one, you can get down and measure it and prove it to me. Mick Swan gets out the tape.
This is where it becomes a bit slower with the arm bowlers, the measuring side of it.
Yeah, it can do. Certainly can do.
So it might give us time to just run through the arm Vic sponsors. So obviously City Bowls Club Warrnambool, Daly's IGA in Koroit, Portland and Haywood, Lockett Real Estate Port Fairy, Coastal Car Rentals Warrnambool, Pure Stream AV, Morton Power Services Warrnambool, the Midfield Group, Welsh's Build Pro Warrnambool, Warrnambool Locksmiths, Mitch's Preserves, JP Nevin Livestock and Real Estate Agents, and Central Victoria Removals.
Shout out to all those sponsors doing good things and enabling the armed Vics. Indeed, the rest of the states to fight it out for a national title. Was a 3 there to Mick Swan, so still trailing, but 4-3 gets him on the board, and we're back to close. So nice pickup for him. Reasonable opener again on this next end for Mick Swan, so he's just kicked into gear, as we can see.
He's got his confidence up now, Tone.
Yeah, he sure does. Nothing like a 3 to bring a bit of confidence. Looks like Simon Cullinane might be holding a number on the rink next door as well. So 4-3 the lead to Doug from Queensland. This is a ripper. Just slides in behind nicely.
Douglas, he gets it away really nice. So mixed still holding one.
Yeah, Mick could be looking to use his own bowl and or sit on the back bowl of Doug Kleinham's. It just needs another spin or two. Great effort nonetheless. Neil Crisp leading 5-1 on the third rink in. Ooh, nice bowl from Doug Kleinham's.
How's he going here, Tone?
If he can kick his own in.
Oh, he's a bit stiff.
Yeah.
The result.
He had the right result. He had options if he was a little bit narrow. Could have taken the jack or indeed one of the two away bowls. So Mick Swan, after picking up a 3, will give back 2 and maybe 3. That'll be good enough for 3 in my book. Queensland now leading 7-3. First to 21 at our singles matches here at the National Bowlers Arm Championships for 2025.
Six rinks, Tone. Queensland 17, Victoria 16.
We wanted a nice tight game. We've got that. Bruce Colley just straightens the jack. Decent length end. Often find bowlers users prefer a longer end rather than a shorter end.
Yeah, that's the general consensus. Always, when you play them, you try test them on the shorter ends. Doesn't always work.
No, that's right.
They tend to drive pretty good and they wreck the head really easy when it's short.
Can I turn these down a bit in my ears,
Yep. Just got Logan tinkering around with our sound here, so we're just trying to get everything spot on.
Beautiful bowl from Nicky Swan.
Great starter, Mickey.
He's just dropped himself a 3, so he'll restore a bit of confidence with that one.
All right. So the weather looks good, Tone. Sun shining, beautiful day in Warrnambool.
Doesn't get any better than this, does it? Happy days here for the 2025 National Bowlers Arm Championships. Victoria taking on Queensland on the opening day.
Big week ahead, 2 streams every day, 9:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m.
Nick Swan just pinching his line tightly.
He
Slightly.
wasn't far away.
No.
These the ones playing the singles. It's going to be a big week for them, Tone. 4 bowls, particularly if they end up in the pairs and playing 4 bowls there. They want to be nice and fit to get through the week.
West will have any trouble.
Days. Yeah. Yep. Look at the delivery technique.
Beautiful.
A good track here. Is he going to run it out?
Yeah, it's a great effort.
Oh, 5 there on ring 3. Didn't hit a thing.
Gave it a fair old roost though. It's Alan Newman from Queensland, ripping it down there at 100 mile an hour.
Of course, this event moves around states each year.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be hosting it here in Victoria this year at the lovely City Bowls Club in Warrnambool.
Sure is. And next year it's off to Tweed Heads.
On their home dung hill.
Yes.
New South Wales last year and East Maitland.
And Tassie prior to that.
Swan's just got to pull up here. He's still going to have shot. Just the one. The edge is closer. 7-4 is the score now.
1 for Victoria.
Other score updates. The rink next door, Simon Cullinane, is 4-all against Martin Klein. The third rink over, Neil Crisp leading Alan Newman from Queensland 5-3. The fours, it's a lead of 5-0 after 2 ends. 2-all in this middle rink of fours. Also on 2 ends, and Queensland leading 5-zip on the far rink. So Lee Wesley with some work to do over there, and just as I say that, looks like he's just picked up shot with the final bowl of an end. So the Vicks will be on the board on the far rink. Doug Kleinen might have just got in the back door. It'll be close.
Done enough for shot. Mickey Swan loads up the apparatus. They're just looking out the back on the sea green, Tone. They looks like they're living the dream out there.
They're bright sunshine. Always beautiful weather down here in the Bull. A little bit better than yesterday.
Yeah. Oh.
Through practice out there. No one really wanted to practice out in the back green. It's a little bit windy and the odd shower here and there.
I was fielding a few questions last night. It seemed like they all want to play under the roof.
And why wouldn't you?
Good bowl here is just wide in a good home.
He had options there, bowl or jack, so don't mind that weight. It's a pretty good effort coming in. It might be able to help his own, so we'll wait for confirmation, but certainly 2, could be 3.
Bit of noise over there.
Yeah, they're starting to get up and about.
We just clipped the short bowl there. It was a bit stiff.
He's done enough for second shot though, Doug Kleinhans.
He's on the backhand. I think he's looking to promote one of his bowls.
Yeah, just can't afford to be wide.
It's in a good area.
It's a bit narrow. Find a bit of trouble, but he's got enough weight to pump it through, so well played.
Yeah, nice bowl. Give it a chance.
Say it's 2. Don't think a third one will get in there. Well, Doug Kleinhans might be just kicking himself a touch after that one. He might have given a third shot away.
That tightens the game right up.
Yeah, not wrong. 3 shots the difference. We'll get confirmation. It's definitely 2. Just whether or not the third shot is in. It is.
3. Game on here this morning at City Bowls Club, Warrnambool.
Game on, Brian. 7 shots apiece.
Now, I did, when I asked you to come on stream, Tone, you said you only come on if I told a joke.
Yep, I only had one rule. I want to hear one of the famous Brian Sheehan jokes.
Yeah, I'll get it out now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll get away with this one. I hope I don't offend too many people. But
fingers crossed.
Ho Chow calls into work. It says, "Hey, I know come to work today. I'm really sick. Got headache, stomach ache, and legs hurt. I know come to work." His boss says, "You know something, Ho Chow? I really need you today. When I feel sick, I make love to my wife. That makes everything feel better. You try that." So Ho Chow rings the boss back in 1 hour. He said, "Boss, I feel great. I'll be in work in 30 minutes. And by the way, you got nice house."
Right.
How's that one, Tone? We haven't been cut off at the air yet.
I don't know.
No.
I'm not sure if we're still on or not. For those who've had the fortune of playing in any tournament where Brian Sheehan's playing, there's usually a joke or two being told. There are some very, very funny ones. Some fit for air, some not. They're very funny. How's this one?
He's getting right in his groove now, Mickey Swan.
Yeah, he sure is. Found himself down a few early, just didn't quite find it over the first couple of ends, but come roaring back. 7 shots apiece now, after picking up a 3 on the last end. This is a little ripper.
Oh, Dougie.
Dougie's a bit stiff there.
Yeah,
He
he was in the area.
came off the Mick Swan bowl, but just scooted through the gap.
He'd be feeling the pressure too, Dougie. He had a nice lead, and Mickey's just clawed it back.
Good crowd starting to build too now, Brian. 7 shots apiece.
Yep.
They've come to a very good game to see.
7-all.
Mickey just a touch short with that one. Could be in a bit of an annoying spot though for his opponent, Doug Kleinhans. Having a little dip at this. He just finds that annoying bowl, so Mickey Swan, things are going to go right for him. Last one a bit short, but just got it right in the line of the Queensland bowl.
Be looking just to shut the head down a bit here. Pretty open as it sits. Look at that beautiful technique.
He gets him away beautifully well, does Mickey Swan.
He's well named. He's as graceful as a swan.
Correct.
Oh, he's gone to the back.
Yeah, and I don't mind that.
Very clever.
Doug Kleinhans has already signalled his intentions with his last. So. Just backing back to draw weight. Just over.
A beautiful overhead shot here. Look at this for a bowl.
Beautiful bowl.
He's drawn.
That's how you do it, Brian.
Drawn the absolute without touching anything.
2 down to 1
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Now leads 8-7. Queensland singles player Doug Kleinhans. How's the club going otherwise, Brian? It's been a little while. We hosted some state championships here. Well, it was actually in 2021,
Yeah,
but they were
it
the
was.
2020 state championships.
Yeah, spot on. We've had a really busy winter. We've events on here most weekends, so it's been just out of control, really. So club's going very well. Always people around. We had a big night here. What night was that? Every day seems the same at the moment, but Saturday night, we've just the National Indoor Bowls Championships were on here at Warrnambool.
Yeah, right.
And they had their farewell dinner here. They had the 248 people in the alfresco here
Wow.
for 2-course meals.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. The kitchen done over 500 meals that night, so it's a really big night for the club.
And coming up in just a few weeks' time, the 75th anniversary here
Correct.
at the club.
Correct.
That's fantastic news.
Yeah. No, very good. 75 years. It's been a lot of people involved in the history over 75 years, I would have thought. And it'd be great to have you back here for that, Tony.
Yeah, looking forward to that. The dates off the top of my head, I'll say it's the 20th or...
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, spot on. All right, how's Dougie going here?
It looks all right to me. He's already holding one. You can
Yep,
double that.
Yeah, he's in for 2.
So Neil Chris for Victoria leading 11-8. Simon Cullinane leading 6-4 in the other 2 singles matches. And 8-7 the way of Queensland here on our stream drink. But Mickey Swan says, I'm not having that. It's a nice little front toucher.
I might just leave it with you for a minute, Tone, and I'll bring in another special guest and I'll let you introduce.
Perfect. Thank you, Brian. Just got a hold on that line as Doug. Beautiful effort. He's got 3 seconds, but Mick Swan still has the shot ball. Shouts of Go Vix from across the green. They'll be cheering this one on. Another lovely bowl from Mick Swan. Sits the shot ball just through and hangs on for a couple. Both players still with 1 bowl to come. Doug wants to come down and have a look at this head. Not a bad head of bowls, this one. Just going to see what the options may be for Doug Kleinen. Trailer jack back at foot for 3, potentially 4. It's a game of risk-reward, lawn bowls. And even with what he can do, Mick Swan's still going to have last bowl on this end. Here we go, last bowl from Doug Kleinhands, leading 8-7. He's played a little bit extra weight. Get the jack down the line, will work. Ooh. It's very close. So Mickey Swan, no indication of whether or not he's got shot. If I had to favour one, I'd favour the Queensland bowl. Mickey Swan playing with weight. It's just got to come down from there. Just a touch wide, so we'll get the result of this end. The feeling is it's won the way of Queensland. That'll make it a 9-7 in the way of Queensland, and our first to 21 here in our singles competitions at the 2025 National Bowlers Arm Championships. Coverage brought to you by City Bowls Club in Warrnambool. So singles and fours going on at the moment. This afternoon there'll be some pairs and triples action. Tomorrow, from a Vic perspective, they take on the Crow Eaters, South Australia. Day 3, Victoria up against Western Australia. New South Wales on day 4. And they finish their campaign up against Tasmania. Joining me in commentary now is Bowls Victoria President Pat Schran.
Morning, Tony.
Morning, Pat. How good is it to be here in lovely Warrnambool?
Look, it's exciting. It's been a beautiful morning. Bowlers, kids singing, fantastic.
Yeah, it was a nice opening speech from the Mayor and then the choir sung by the local primary school.
And they even did the second verse.
Yes, they did.
When I was a teacher, we used to have to do the second verse, and I can tell you I've forgotten it since then.
Yeah, it doesn't often get a run, the second verse.
No, so we've had an interesting match here that you've been commentating on.
Yeah, I have. It's been very good. Doug Kleinans is the Queensland representative hailing out of Tweed Heads using a Drake's Pride Conquest Bowl. Got away to a good start, and Mickey Swan, the Victorian singles entrant, or one of 3 Victorian singles entrants, was good enough to peg it back to 7-all, but Doug's just picked up singles on the last 2 ends to lead 9-7.
But they've been good heads.
They have. In fact, we've kept an eye across the 3 singles matches from the 3 rinks closest to us. They've all been pretty good. Queensland leading this one 9-7. Victoria leading next door 8-4. That's Simon Cullinane. And Neil Crisp has got into double figures. He's 11-8. All in a race to 21.
It is the race to 21. And the fours, how many ends do they play?
Fours, we have 15 ends.
15 ends.
3 rinks of fours.
Right.
And in those, I can tell you, Queensland leads 7-1. Victoria leads 4-3. And Victoria leads 7-1. So, bit of a mix. The Vic's just having the edge on the big board.
I do like that scoreboard with the totals up the top.
It's amazing. Made by one of their members.
I had a little issue at the beginning. I was thinking that the middle row was the bottom score, but it wasn't. It's the ends
played, yes.
So, bit of slow learning, but got there eventually.
As long as you're learning.
Always.
Nice bowl there from Doug Kleinhans. Let's say that's the shot bowl, but some might argue the shot bowl hasn't been played yet.
No. It's interesting, the different styles of delivery with the arm.
Yeah, different lengths of arm, and you see Mickey Swan very good with his just.
It's very deliberate, his delivery.
Doug gets a bit of forward momentum off the mat.
Yes, he does. And he's watching this one intently.
That's a pretty good effort.
Oh, hard to tell with the angles, but could be too.
Yeah, Mick Swan just asking which bowler's shot. It's almost one on a measure. So you'd say the bowl that's just behind the jack is the shot bowl.
Yep.
Still a bit of room for Mick Swan.
So remind me of the bowls.
So Mickey Swan is using an Aero Optima, and Doug Kleinhans is using a Drake's Pride Conquest.
Right. They're an interesting line, Conquests, aren't they? Is it going to sit the bowl?
It is. Oh,
Right.
There's still one on a measure, so that's going to be one. We'll work out whether this might be one or two the way of Mick West. But my sense is it's just one. But
I'm with you, but as they walk up, they'll check it out. And they'll know exactly what's going on.
there we go. They've elected not to measure, so they must have been happy.
Yes.
Marker Bruce Colley signalling one the way of Victoria, so 9-8 is the score now.
It's definitely a battle.
Certainly is. How good's this facility, Pat? 2 greens under cover here, 2 other greens outside.
And further developments in plan. So
Yeah, 3rd under cover.
unbelievable.
And I think more importantly than that, they've got good people here. A lot
Well-
of good volunteers, good staff. Julie Dosser does a terrific job here as the General Manager of
And
City Bowls Club Warrnambool.
and that really good working between management and volunteers is so important.
Yeah, not wrong.
We know how important volunteers are to the Sport of Bowls.
Can't do it without them.
And
How's this for an opener from Mick Swan?
very nice.
What a peach.
He'd be happy with that. And I do need to thank you, Tony, for sharing a hand warmer with me before.
They're very handy, aren't they? I've never used them until the weekend. We had our VBL finals and it was very, very chilly. So I dragged them
Well,
out for that. Might never look back.
The wind was pretty... there's another
Turns
great bowl.
fire from Doug Kleinhands.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful standard of bowls. The Armvic sponsors City Bowls Club Warrnambool, Daly's IGA in Karoit, Portland and Haywood, Lockett Real Estate in Port Fairy, Coastal Car Rentals Warrnambool, Pure Stream AV, Morton Power Services in Warrnambool, the Midfield Group, Welsh's Build Pro, Warrnambool Locksmiths, Mitch's Preserves, JP Nevin Livestock and Real Estate Agents, and Central Victoria Removals.
What a
Terrific
great
job for each of those companies.
What a
to
great
sponsor the team.
range of sponsors.
Got a bit of everything.
Yes.
And another lovely bowl from Nikki Swan. Going trading blows, these two.
Certainly deserves being live streamed with the quality of those bowls.
Yeah, they could have picked any of these matches, I think. Just looking across the other two heads. Well, slight loose one at the moment with some jack movement. They've been very good all match.
I've been sitting over watching my friend Jeff Wilson for a bit, and he's had a few really good bowls, so I'm very happy
He's a
about
very good
that.
player. He had a good over 60s campaign
Yes.
in recent times. So what do you call him?
I call
you
him
call him Bill?
No, I
he
call-
calls you.
I call him Paul, and he calls me Bill.
Some people must look at you a bit funny and go, no, his name's Jeff.
Oh, that
Oh,
is a
Mick
very good bowl.
Gee, they really turned up the heat this end. It's
They
gone tit for
certainly
tat.
have. That was a good decision, that bowl, because he had a few options. If he took the kitty, he ended up with 2. If he sat the jack, sat the bowl, he would have ended up with 2.
The 11th running of the National Bowling Arm Championships. 6 states in attendance. Sure, they'll all be looking to unseat Victoria.
Well, Victoria's been fairly successful the last few years, so we in Australia we like a bit of the tall poppy syndrome.
We certainly do. Part of the culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting because you don't think it deliberately, but very often you do barrack for the underdogs.
Yeah, true. They were undefeated last year. Victoria went through 5 and zip. Queensland silver medalist 4-1, only losing to Victoria. Mick Swan puts in another beautiful bowl.
Yes, an excellent.
holding
Excellent
3.
bowl. So what is Doug going to do here?
Yeah, he has had a run previously. He does have the best back. He's got 2 behind, so I can wager that he won't be short.
Well said, Tony, with the best back. One of our favourite phrases. Very deliberate, Doug.
Yeah, he kind of launches himself off the mat, which is unusual for a bowler's arm delivery. Straight into his walking stride afterwards.
Yes.
It's not big weight, but it's certainly plenty if he can get the right edge. Oh, unfortunately for him, he may well have even knocked another one in.
No, he was looking to hit his own in and just was a bowl wide.
Yeah, he'll surrender his lead. It's currently 9-8 the way of Queensland. I can't see this goes any other way other than 4, but I could be wrong.
Well, definitely 3, but I'm guessing 4, but we'll wait and see.
So the 3 are out. Mick Swan just having a good look.
Oops.
Yeah, they're going to put a tape on it.
Fair enough.
Mick Swan will do the measuring duties if he wants the shot.
It's one of those things, isn't it? You want it, you get down and measure.
Exactly.
Oh, he's measuring the back one.
Yeah, it looks to be the Queensland bowl. He may well have need to measure the other one if that one wasn't closer, but nonetheless, that's 3 the way of Victoria. First to double figures, Mickey Swan, now leading 11-9.
A very good head. Changed a couple of times.
Other matches, Simon Cullinane next door leading 8-5 in the second of the singles matches. And Neil Crisp for Victoria leading 13-9.
Now, did I hear a bit of commentary before that one of these Teco guys had a birthday and they were talking about him being 15?
Yeah, I think Brian may have been just winding up a few people here, but
He wouldn't do that, would he?
no, never. First time ever for Brian. Normally very serious, very straight down the line. But I think Logan's heard it all before, so he swiftly brushed it off.
Beautiful tech that they've got, though.
Yeah, they're doing very well here, Pure Stream AV. One of the sponsors of the 2025 National Bowling Arm Championships here at City Bowls Club in Warrnambool. I love all the heaters up along the viewing area. It's a really nice spot to sit to watch bowls here.
We had
concourse.
we had our championships here a few years ago.
Yeah, we sure did. Scoreboard just showing on our screen. You can see all the matches from the back greens. So Western Australia taking on New South Wales. New South Wales 9-all in the singles, 12-11, and WA 12-5 in the fours. It leads to New South Wales against WA. Lovely camera work. Logan will chase up some scores from the third green. As Mick Swan started to hit his straps now.
I did notice it's Tasmania and South Australia out there this morning, which is the Tasmanians are probably used to the weather.
Yeah, won't bother them too much.
And the South Australians are closer to it than Queensland or New South Wales would have been. So a fair start, I'd say.
Yeah, they've actually had a little bit of sun out there today, so it hasn't been too bad. It was ordinary conditions yesterday. Tasmania drawing the short straw again tomorrow out there with New South Wales.
Ooh.
And then it's Vic v WA, Queensland versus South Australia New South Wales versus Queensland out on the uncovered green. Now, I was chatting to Brian earlier, Pat, and he said that of the 300 odd members here, there's almost 100 that use a bowler's arm.
How fantastic is
What
that?
would it be at your club off the top of your head? Shuka Bowls Club?
I reckon probably 40 out of 160.
Yeah, okay. So similar sort of percentage, around that quarter to a third. Mixed Swan, showing just why people should use them. Of course, most of these people have an injury or ailment that they might have bowled without one previously and then have had to move to one. Others took the game up straight onto the bowler's arm. It does take some getting used to.
Absolutely fantastic. If you think that all of those people wouldn't be able to play, that's a lot of membership we'd be down, Tony, if we didn't
100%.
have them.
The last figure I heard was it was around 7,500 bowlers' arm in Victoria. So I don't know whether that's 100% correct. Back in the days, you used to have a medical certificate for them, but that's long since been abolished.
I just think it's fantastic that it keeps them in the game. And so they're not only doing, but they're also competing. I like the idea that their heads are working because they're facing challenges. And I was talking to a surgeon yesterday, and he said you need to be problem solving your whole life, and the minute you stop problem solving, you stop. So if you need to take up a bowler's arm, you've got new problems to solve.
Yep, true.
And
good way of solving them.
Yes.
Doug Kleinhands has a little problem here. He's 3 down. Going with a bit of weight now. You see this one coming in. He's going to need some contact.
Oh, just
missing.
slid past.
So Mick Swan has had a little purple patch here. He'll pick up another 3 and move along to 14-9. Victoria narrowly in front on the big board as well, 47-41. That'll put it to 50-41 with that update. Can see some scores from the third green courtesy of Logan. It is 9-5 the way of South Australia over Tassie. 12-11. Again, South Australia in front. Tasmania 10-6 in the third of the fours matches. Well, it might be the singles matches rather. Tasmania leading 5-1 after 5 ends in the fours. And 4-2 again after 5 ends. So low scoring matches out on the back green. Tasmania in front in 2 of the 3. It's
interesting, isn't it? The lower the score, then you think they're probably tight heads, usually.
Yeah, you would imagine so. I mean, these are, after all, national championships. There's no slouches getting around out here.
No.
Props to Logan for going to chase up those scores too. Doing a terrific job.
An amazing service.
So for those who aren't aware, it's singles and fours this morning, 3 rinks of each. In the afternoon session, they'll come out and play triples over 17 ends and 2 and a walk pairs over 15 ends.
That's a lot of bowls in one day.
There's going to be some tired people at the end of this week.
I'm tired thinking about it.
Yeah, 3 points for a leg win, and the state with the most points at the end will be declared the winner of the 11th National Bowling Arm Championships.
And I love the fact that they actually have a shield between each of the states. I think.
Yeah, it's very good to see. So the Trevor Harker shield is what's on the line at the moment. Victoria with their nose in front, 14-9, 9-6, 14-10. So 3 singles matches currently going the way of Victoria. Plenty to go yet. And in the fours, 7-2 after 5 ends, 5-3 after 5 ends. Queensland with a big lead on the far rink, 12-1 after 6.
I was sitting over that side near that match, and Victoria were just missing huge conversions multiple times. Not smashing and bashing, but, just the yard-on conversion, they were just missing.
You can sometimes have those days when you just think everything's going wrong.
But we know in bowls it's not over until the end.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we saw in this match, Mick Swan was down
Oh,
a little bit early.
7-1 down.
Yeah, just sort of struggled to get going, but when he hit his straps, he's been pretty good since. Now leads 14-9 in the race to 21.
And some close matches at VBL 4.
Yeah, it was a ripper up there. Sometimes it's a really interesting format that you think, oh, well, they've lost the first two legs. This one's going one direction. Come back out and win the next two. And it's kind of, teams are never out of it.
No.
Of course, shout out to Traralgon Lyrebirds, who took the title for the first time.
And
on the
how exciting that it was Warrnambool Bulls in the final.
Well, it shows that there's pure coverage across the state, and that was one of the aims of the VBL, was to have some focus a little bit more on other parts of the state that we don't always see. You know, Bendigos, Geelong, Metropolitan Melbourne often get a shout, but some other areas with some very good bowlers, they put together good teams and win a bucket load of prize money.
Doug was just a bit unlucky there. He needed to hit the other side of that bowl. But the marker's saying it's a measure between those two.
Yeah, Bruce Colley's our marker. Also uses a bowler's arm himself, a very good bowler. He's been a pretty good judge so far. I don't think he's got anything wrong at all. So good job by him, and shout out to all the markers, umpires and volunteers that assist us in getting the championships run and won this week.
A good marker is important in singles.
100%.
You end up being confident in their call. If you've got someone who's a bit sus, it's the other way in.
Yeah, I remember having a conversation with Karen Murphy one day, and in true respectful fashion, obviously Karen does everything well. She said, I often ask the marker a question in the first end or two, not because I am worried about the question, but I want to know what the answer's going to be, and then I'm checking, can I have confidence in that?
Yeah. There's a lovely bowl.
Just
Ooh,
got to stop.
slid.
Might have gone too far. It might be back to a measure between the original two. As called by Bruce Colley, our marker. We'll find out shortly. Mick Swan will do the measuring duties again. He's a fit-looking man, Mick Swan.
Yes, he certainly is.
I don't think 2 games a day for 5 days will bother him too much.
No, I think he'll be fine. I think he will be fine. It's very good for the city of Warrnambool to have all these visitors here, especially after they've just had the indoor bowlers here.
Yeah, they had a function for about 250 people the other night. So quite catch what that score was.
It was 1.
It was 1?
Yeah, it was
so
1.
This must be the Mick Swan, so one more, 15-9. So from 7-1 down, he's peeled off 14-2.
He got a couple of multiples, which always help.
Yeah, he certainly did. He nearly had the full count of 4 on one of them. Had to settle for 3.
How beautifully organised is this, all this preparation?
It's very well done. Very well done.
I think they've done it before.
Yeah, I've got some commentary all week. The matches in the morning at 9:30 and the afternoon at 1:30, Monday through Friday here at the National Bowling Arm Championships for 2025. Plenty of sponsors supporting the Arm Vics. Of course, next year, 2026, they'll be off to Tweed Heads. Venues rotate around as much as possible. In the early days, it was just a few states in there. New South Wales and Victoria had the first 2 years on their own. South Australia then joined. In 2015, 2016, Queensland came on board. And in 2017, WA, and then Tasmania joined as well in 2018. The 6 states have been going at it for the last 6 years. And this is the 11th version of the National Bowlers Arm Championships. Victoria with 10 wins in the book. They'll be looking for number 11. And they will be the hunted well and truly. Got back a little closer on the big board here too. Vic's in front, 51-48. Courtesy of singles getting quite close. It's the match over on the far rink of singles. The Victorian entrant is Neil Crisp. Queensland entrant over there is Alan Newman, who's got it back to 14-13, still away of Neil Crisp, but only by a shot.
And some good heads too.
Interesting, the Vics on the far rinks are going quite a short end. You don't often see that in Bowler's Arm events, but they've been down all day. They've just managed to pick up at 2. They still trail 12-3, so they're at the stage where they want to trial something different.
That's interesting because when they scored their original shot and they got the mat, they went tee to tee, which, is a plan. Now they've got the mat again. They've gone, it's probably 3/4 or a bit between, closer to 3/4 than a half, but...
Yeah, the mat's probably, 3 to 4 yards back off the minimum length, and Jack's about on the tee.
So it's probably about 26 metres, give or take. I do love it at Potters, how they tell you the length.
Back to action here. This is the bowl of Doug Kleinhans, hailing out a club tweed. So if he makes the team next year, he'll be playing on his home deck. He's just going to slide on past. So Mick Swan still with a shot.
That was a beautiful line.
It certainly was. Both bowlers with one bowl to come.
I think our techie boys are playing with toys here. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, they've got a lovely bit of equipment here, done very well. The gentleman at Pure Stream AV, Mick Swan, with his last bowl. He had a pretty good series last year. Went through his 10 matches with 8 wins and 2 losses.
Thank you.
What's he done here?
Just sitting past, that's good.
Well, that's got some coverage. Doug's been up to survey the head. We'll see what he thinks.
He's done that quite a few ends after his third bowl, which of course is the correct procedure.
Yeah, and there's plenty on the line, so you've got to make sure you've got it in your head exactly what shot you want to play.
And having the visual of where they are is really important. I always think skips in team games have got an advantage because they've already seen the head.
Yeah, they certainly do.
They don't always think that though, because they think they've, got to fix it. Oh, here's a lovely bowl. Will it sit?
Just got to stop. It needed any contact. Just slides on through, so Mickey Swan will pick up another one. And I think players looking at each other going, yeah, you're a bit stiff there, says Mick Swan. So 16-9 the score. Mick Swan leading Doug Kleinhans from Queensland. Opening match of the 2025 National Bowlers Arm Championships here at City Bowls Club in Warrnambool. If you can get the opportunity and you don't have much on this week, come down and watch as the Vics try to continue their dominance of the event. No doubt New South Wales, Queensland, Western Australia, Tasmania and South Australia will be doing their best to unseat them from their throne.
Knock them off their perch.
Yep.
There are quite a number of spectators. Some are, of course, from interstate, and they're all well organised with their blankies.
Yeah, don't blame them. Does look good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As we haven't been here before, there's a beautiful concourse that is probably the widest outdoor viewing area I've seen in an undercover bowling green. It'd have to be a good 10 yards wide, probably more. plenty of room for seating and enjoying the bowls action.
And along the edges, they've got some high tables with stools, which is fantastic for sitting and watching.
Nice part of the world.
Is Doug going to sit with this one? Yes.
Good enough for shot.
Yeah.
Simon Cullinane still leading on the rink next door, 11-7. Neil Crisp, he's up 14-13, but they haven't added the score on from the last end. And Neil Crisp won the last end, so he's a little better than 14-13 in front. And in the fours, Victoria leading at 7-3 after 6, 5-4 also after 6, but trailing 3-12 to Queensland after 7 on the far rink.
I think they might be holding. I'm not sure on that far rink. Now I've got to remember whose bowls are who. Well, Queensland was having a bit of a run at it, so I'd imagine Victoria must be holding. The carpet looks very true, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
That's
Nice bowl.
very good bowl.
Not sure if it's stuck around for shot. It's going to be close. Give a nice little landing spot for Mick Swan.
Is it going to turn enough?
It's coming back now.
Oh, what a beautiful bowl.
Yeah, gets a little bit of help off a front bowl. Well done, Mick Swan.
And it may also just have moved Doug's bowl out a little.
Yep. Could well be holding a couple now.
Not for long, though.
Oh, a little feather on the jack. Might have just scooted on a touch too far, but he will have cut it back if he hasn't got shot.
And he certainly gave himself a chance. If he'd trailed it, it would have been sitting a nice 3. So Victoria's still holding.
He's going to come down and just have a look. You'll have the benefit of seeing Mick Swan's last bowl come in. He'll be wanting to get something among those 2 Queensland bowls just behind the jack, I'd imagine.
Count and cover.
I think so. Interesting you say count and cover. I always hear it as cover and count.
Oh. Counting's more important.
As usual, you're 100% correct, and that's why, well, one of the many reasons why you're the president of Bowls Victoria.
Well,
You couldn't be in better shape.
we're lucky, Tony, aren't we? We love what we do.
That's what it's all about. It's always
It's
nice when you have presidents who are into their bowls and involved with bowls and a bowler. Makes a big difference.
I've got to get back to it.
Well, the winter is always tough for some, but I'm sure you'll be back with a vengeance. You won't be too far off.
No.
Practice matches starting, I don't imagine. They'll be arguably this weekend. Now we're into September.
I know, there's plenty of bowls happening at Echuca Bowls Club at the moment.
First day of spring today.
Yes.
Doesn't quite feel like it yet. Still feels a little bit winterish, but look at the head a couple of rinks over, Pat.
Yep,
Neil
that's
Crisp
amazing.
and Alan Newman. There's going to be 4 or 5 bowls within
A mat.
Yeah.
And the score is 14-13. So, and look at the
Good
quality.
Nice effort here too. I don't want to say he's been stiff because everybody has good and bad luck, but Doug's been just missing by a whisker a couple of times. He's made a very good account of himself. He's won in the way of Mick Swan. Now leads 17-9.
And that's what was happening over on rink 6 earlier. They were good bowls, but just didn't quite work.
Yep. So 17.9 means Mickey Swan is on the springboard, as some people say. That means he can pot out with a 4.
Oops.
Rebounding bowl on the rink next door. Stopped before it caused any trouble. Looks like Simon Cullinane has one on the rink next door. I don't think he can make any more than one, but we'll wait and see for sure.
Good to see a range of ages amongst the bowlers with the bowler's arm too. We really are an inclusive sport.
Yeah, not wrong. Certainly are.
All shapes and sizes.
It's the best thing about it. You don't have to be tall or short or strong or weak.
No, you don't have to have an arm. What do they call that? Fingertip to fingertip.
The thumb release, palm release, all sorts of different options in the bowl zone. They come in different colours, different sizes, different everything.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because some suit someone and then doesn't suit another person. They find the one that suits them and away they go.
Yep, spot on. If you are thinking about getting one, we'd encourage you to find your local retailer and trial different sorts.
Well, I think at a lot of clubs now, at my club, we've got one of each stored, some different sizes. So if someone needs to go to one, they can have a trial before they need to go and buy.
Yeah, good advice.
And
well done to your club for doing that.
We lend them out for a month or two so that they've got plenty of time to not just one swing with it, to really work and see whether it suits them.
Yeah, it can take a little while to get used to a bowler's arm.
My sister has just started with a bowler's arm due to injuries, etc., etc.
Down at Highton?
At Highton, yes. Morning, Dawn Maloney.
Not too far away from here, really, is it?
No. So we'll see how she goes. I'm not sure which one she's got, but
she'll go well, I'm sure. Speaking of not too far away, Mickey Swan is from Haywood, which is only just over an hour down the road. So he will have played here before many times, no doubt. Member of the Victorian State Over 60s team. He's won a State Over 60s mixed pairs title with net tinning.
Tongala girl.
Yeah, I don't know whether she still is or
No.
formerly from Tonny, though.
Yeah.
Certainly, yeah.
No.
Tinning family well known up that way.
Could be Tinning town.
Yeah, it almost could be. There's a lot of...
A lot of good bowlers.
They played at Kerrang Golf in the sectional play that year, and they were a little bit unfortunate. One of their opponents didn't turn up, so they only actually got one game in their section, but it didn't matter. They made it through their section. You can see why with Mick Swan continuing to pepper the jack. He holds a couple.
Yeah, no concern with getting around the front bowls, allowing the carpet to do its work. Let the bowl draw.
So Doug Kleinhans has a bit of work to do.
He's
certainly got the weight.
Yeah, it's very hard to get it to turn with and have that pace.
Yeah,
It has come back to the line, so
I almost would have liked to have seen him play the other hand, but there's a reason that he's out there and I'm not. So.
well, he plays with an arm and you don't.
Yep.
So that's the first thing.
Maybe I should if you see me bowl.
I have seen you bowl, Tony, and you are much better than you give yourself credit for.
We've had a couple of good runs, haven't we? We played a Australia Day tournament at Heathcote.
And
we played
then
the Bowl for Your Lives.
Charity Day.
Where was that? Sunbury.
Sunbury.
Not too long ago.
And we were in some money.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
That was a surprise.
It was. Mickey Swan picks up another couple of shots there. He moves along to 19-9.
And Victoria's gone out, extended their lead, 70-48 on the big board.
So 19-9 Mick Swan for Victoria over Doug Kleinhands. And as you say, Pat, it got back to, I think, 51-48 or 52-48 or something. And since then it's been all Victoria. Neil Crisp has kicked away again, 17-13. Simon Cullinane, 15-7. And two of the fours rinks going the way of Victoria currently, 10-3 and 6-4 after 7 ends. And the only rink going the way of Queensland at the moment is the far rink, which is fours. They're 12 and Victoria on the comeback, still trailing 12-5 after 8 ends.
But they've held Queensland to 12 for the last couple of ends, which, you know, if you're not scoring, holding them as to the least number is best.
Yeah, spot on. They were 12-1 down, I think. So it's been a good comeback so far. Queensland will be one of the fancied contingents here to knock the Vics off. They finished runners-up last year. The other states are all equally pretty strong as well. Finishing order last year, Victoria on top, Queensland second, New South Wales were third, then South Australia, Western Australia and Tasmania, who'll be looking to improve on their sixth place finish last year.
They were very proud last year, Tasmania, to run these championships in Devonport. I know Bernard Knight, who was the then Tasmanian president, was very proud of how it all went. And that's seriously important too.
Yeah, of course, Devonport Golf and Country Club will be the home of the Nationals in, it's next month, we can say now.
No, it's in
October.
November.
It's in November, of course.
It's
You're
in
right.
November.
Normally in October. They've moved it to November this year for climate reasons down there. Mickey Swan continues to put the pressure on Doug Kleinhands.
So I haven't booked my trip to Devonport yet, but I must get on to that.
You must. It's not a huge town. Accommodations at an absolute premium down there. There's also, I think, a Targa Tasmania on at the same time. So everything's costing a fortune for the states heading down there to the national championships. Lovely bowl from Doug Kleinhands.
Good bowl.
Kicks out shot bowler Mickey Swan. Mick Swan can change hands here and serve the same punishment back to Doug Kleinhands. Set the shot bowl out for 2 and hold game if he's good enough.
And that's what he's playing. He's looking very intently at it.
Is it too high, Pat?
I think it's a bit high, but then he's turned a long way.
They do. He's using the Aero Optima.
What do you and I know?
Falls down. It's definitely shot.
I'm saying it's shot.
You're saying it is? Well,
yeah.
We're about to get an indication from Bruce Colley saying you are down. You've got very good eyes, Pat Schramm, President of Bowls Victoria.
Years of practice,
A
Tony.
long list of many things you do incredibly well.
I have fun very well.
That's the best thing. Simon Cullinane holding 3 on the rink next door.
3 beautiful bowls too.
Yeah, it's as if he's walked down and placed them there.
Doug's got quite a shot here. If he's, not
sure. Could be.
I'm saying no, but I could be wrong.
19-9 is the current score. It's going to be 1 or 2 maximum here. Yeah, it's getting to the stage where they're going to have to measure. It's a 3-way measure by the look of it.
Yes, that's the right move. Measure the blue one first.
Yeah, correct, Pat. There's 2 of the Queensland bowls and 1 Victorian. So Simon Cullinane's up against Martin Klein. Martin Klein was 3 down, but he's played a ripper on the rink next door. Mick Swan picks up 1 more to go to 29. Not 29.
No.
20 to 9.
2-9.
Brass doing the job now, aren't they? Top stuff.
So our marker, Bruce Colley, making his way down the other end. Mick Swan needing 1 shot to ice this game. Singles games are likely always to be quicker than the fours matches. 15 ends in the fours.
And they're all up 7, 8 and 9 ends played.
Yep.
So there's still got a way to go.
Yeah, 15 ends in our fours. Players will adjourn for a lunch break. Once they've finished this morning's games, then they'll come back out and play some triples action over 17 ends and 2 and a walk pairs over 15 ends. So it will be a long day for players. 2 games in a day, though. They'll have an opportunity to rest and recover tonight.
And I'm sure they'll have a lovely lunch, plenty of sustenance, and a beverage or 2 if they require it. I believe lots of them have joined as social members, which is great for City Memorial. Good on them.
Yeah, good idea for both parties.
I must admit, I'm a member of about 10 different
same.
clubs. In fact, I was going over to Moama the other night to watch the VBL, and I pulled out my Barham card by mistake.
Yeah, I got one of them. I got a Barham, I got a Moama, got a probably similar ones to you, to be honest. Got a truckload of them. I now just sit them in my car, and whichever event I rock up at, I take the appropriate one in.
Well, that's more efficient than I am.
Yeah, the wallet was getting a bit thick and not with money. Good start here from Doug Kleinhans.
Yeah, he was definitely just short on his last bowl on the last end, and so he's fired up to do well on this end.
Might be good enough for 2. Mick Swan just needs 1 to seal this match. He's leading 20 to 9. Simon Cullinane leading 17-7 next door. And Queensland have hit the front. It's Alan Newman up against Neil Crisp, 18-17. That's been a good comeback from Alan Newman. I think if I remember correctly, it's Mick Swan with another good bowl. Let's cut it back to 1. Alan Newman was the 5th top-ranked player last year's championships. Went through the 10 matches with 8 wins, 2 losses. Shot difference of plus 58. So a heck of a player. No surprise, him and Neil Crisp are having a good battle.
Oh, seeing as how Neil Crisp was the top-ranked player last year.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, went through 9 and 1.
I think Heather Hodgson is leading over in the far rink, and she was leading very well.
Always need a good lead in your rink. This is another good bowl here from Doug Kleinhans. Started to hit his straps.
And he changed hands too that time. So he's solving the problems, thinking it through.
Mick Swan playing with a bit of weight here.
Oh, trying to stir things up a little bit.
He's got plenty of
Oh.
shots to get through, just missing the jack, narrow. So this gives a little opening for Doug Kleinans. He's holding a couple. If he can sit that back shot bowler, Mick Swan, he can pick up a full count of 4.
Be very handy. Change the dimensions of the game.
Holds 2 as it currently sits.
Doug will be looking to add. He's playing the backhand, so I'm not sure that he's trying.
He won't be trying to sit the bowl. He might
He's
be just
not-
trying to come up through his own 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and make a third.
might have thought he
Maybe.
might have switched hands there.
He's done it well. Oh,
Well, he's 1 in, 1 out.
one
In
out.
the end, he'll pick up a couple though. It gets him into double figures. The score is now 20-11.
It's always a mini goal, isn't it? Mini goal 1,
Get on the board.
get on the board. Mini
Yep.
goal 2, get to 5. Mini goal 3, get to 10. Now, will he change the length, do you think, Tony?
He's been pretty consistent with his length. He's got the mat, probably up front of the mat, is probably 3 feet in from the tee.
No, he
Looks
hasn't
to be
really changed.
Pretty
Oh,
consistent.
probably gone
Touch
a
longer maybe.
yeah, couple of metres longer.
Not a huge change. I don't think that'll bother Mick Swan. This will be 1 shot required for him in this end. Of course, every shot counts now for Doug Kleinans for Queensland in the opening match of the 2025 National Bowlers Arm Championships, brought to you by City Bowls Club at Warrnambool. Very good support of Pure Stream AV. Plenty of other sponsors supporting the Arm Vics, including City Bowls Warrnambool, Daly's IGA, Lockett Real Estate in Port Fairy, Coastal Car Rentals in Warrnambool, Pure Stream AV, as we mentioned, Morton Power Services in Warrnambool, the Midfield Group, along with Welsh's Build Pro in Warrnambool, the Warrnambool Locksmiths, Mitch's Preserves, JP Levin Livestock and Real Estate Agents, and how can we forget Central Victoria Removals. All those sponsors enabling the Armed Vics in their quest for another title.
Doug got the mat and started off with an absolute boomer for his first bowl.
Yeah, this one's not over.
No,
It wouldn't be the first time we've seen somebody get to 21st but not get the chocolates. So
we know how hard it is.
Simon Cullinane has moved along to 20 on the rink next door as well. He leads 20-7. I've got somebody obscuring the scoreboard on the Neil Crisp rink. I can see
18
Alan
for
Newman's
Queens.
18. Yeah, I can't see what Neil Crisp is on at this stage, but we'll bring you that score as soon as we know. Another good bowl from Doug Kleinans.
Mick stayed on the forehand. Confident that
Yeah, well, even then he's either a little quick or a little wide, depending on which way you look at it. And he came in under that bowl, so. Still got somebody in the road of that Neil Crisp score, so we'll bring you that when we can. Also played pretty well in the Victorian over 60s, Neil Crisp. Battled a bit of vertigo while he was playing, so it wouldn't have been easy.
no, it's always can be an issue. Doug's covered the back there. He thinks that Mick's going to play with some power.
Yeah, smart play. It's forced Mick to change hands. 2 bowls to rest on here. Looks like 18-17 still the score on the Neil Crisp match next door. Queensland with the nose in front. He's just found a hole. He has cut it back. Still 1 down.
That was a good bowl. What's Douglas doing here? Is he going to add to it?
Well, he's already got the best
Just
back, so he doesn't
und-
need to cover there. He's,
No, just under.
might be annoying though.
It might. Well, it would be.
Looks like Mix One might go a little quicker. He doesn't want to remove his own bowl.
Certainly more direct. Not big power though.
He's just going to have to hold this last little
No.
bit. Just sneaking under.
And it didn't.
Queensland will pick up a shot here. 20-11 is the score. Add one to that, it'll be 20-12.
Everyone counts.
Yeah, it certainly does.
There is the overall as well as the individual games. Bit of frivolity over in the fours. So Doug seems to be going for a longish end again.
Oh, a narrow miss on the rink next door. Trying to draw to the ditch, but not to be. And Simon Cullinane will take the match next door. 21-7, players shake hands. So there's the first leg in the book of the 2025 National Bowlers Arms Championships. Simon Cullinane for Victoria securing a victory 21-7 in the singles.
One of the few brave people in shorts, Simon. There are a few, but not that many.
Yeah, it's interesting. Some people just don't wear long pants ever.
No.
Some are the other way. Think of Brad Holland that plays for Victoria,
Yeah,
you never
yeah.
see in shorts. So
No, no.
lovely opening bowl
Bowl.
again by Doug Kleinhans. He's putting the pressure back on Mick Swan. Other scores from the fours matches: Victoria leading 13-3 after 9, 8-4 after 8. Queensland's kicked away again in the far rink, 16-5 after 10 ends. Which brings the overall board to 85-61. And there are some shots to go on Neil Crisp's score, trailing 18-19 on the board, but he won the last end. I'm just not sure how many shots. Once that's updated, we'll let you know. Queensland.
So much of bowls is in your head, isn't it? Momentum
Yeah, not wrong.
is amazing. Yep, back to the draw. Got
Yeah,
the length
lovely weight, wasn't it?
got the length perfect, but just missed with the line.
As much as he's missed his line slightly, there's every chance if he does go for a run, he'll get the bowl and then the jack screw sideways. So
Yes.
nothing for short here.
No. He's given it more air.
They do turn quite a bit late, these Aero Optimas.
They do.
It's a really good effort.
Oh, it's
Trails
a
the
really
jack.
good bowl.
Holding game. One bowl to come for Doug Kleinhans. He wants to just sit this bowl down with a little bit of pace and kick the jack out for 3 here. Again, he's playing the other hand.
Very big bowl, playing the backhand.
Will this be the last bowl of this match, Pat Schramm?
I'm not sure, Tone. Not sure.
It
Oh,
is not
not.
the last bowl of this match. Lovely.
That was a great bowl.
Beautiful shot. How many has he made? Certainly 2. I don't know whether he can sneak a third one in there or not. Don't think so. Just the 2. Mick Swan Now he's going to have to come around his own bowl.
He has to bowl again. I do love the signage here along the back of the rinks.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Well, Nick
Yes.
Swan just stepping off the mat, now asking how many. So would have liked to have seen him go up and have a look at this, but he's just assessing the different shot options. Obviously undecided. He was on the mat ready to go and stepped off.
That's good thinking, though. If you don't go and have a look, at least step away and get your brain clear, make that decision.
He just went to walk on again and then reset. Yeah, he's tossing up whether to change hands here.
He's decided now he's going forehand.
Yeah, so he'll either have to come up through his own bowl or draw around and stay.
Giving it plenty of grass. Sounds funny saying grass.
It's not a bad effort. Oh, he's just found the inside edge. He's cut one out. That'll be one the way of Queensland. I don't think there'll be too much doubt about this. Our marker, Bruce Colley's walking off, relatively confident that it is just the one. So 20-13.
And the marker just had a big smile too, so he's got another end to do, at least.
Thought he was inside about to go and get a nice warm cup of coffee, but
Yeah.
he's out here for a little bit more action. Umpire's been called out to the Neil Crisp rink. Neil Crisp has taken one shot. They're measuring for second over there.
And they're in the get-out spot too, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah, it was 19-18, but there was a score that wasn't added. So let's say it was a single. If Crispy picks up another one, that'll make him 20-19. But don't quote me on that because there's nothing on the scoreboard as yet. Umpire's still measuring.
And there's someone standing in the way. Just multiple issues. Minor in the scheme of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doug's gone for a full length end here. Tee to
shouldn't
tee.
change too much.
No.
It's been pretty good the last couple of ends. This one just a touch shy, but
Handy start though.
you can see the back green, the match between New South Wales and Western Australia. New South Wales won one of the singles matches 21-18. They lost the other one 21-18. And then there's a 16-15 the way of Western Australia. So nice tight tussle there in the fours. There's an 11 all. It looks like an 11-5 and a 6. Could be 15. It is a long way away, but
I think it's amazing that you can read them.
that's the power of my glasses. Nick Swan just stays up. Great camera angle there, showing about 1.5 inches, 2 inches off the ditch.
Beautiful line. They've both had first bowl right on the line. How good is this Pure Stream AV?
Yeah, going very well. Sponsors of the 2025 National Bowling Arm Championships here at City Bowls Club in Warrnambool. And Doug Kleinhans has really hit his straps over these last few ends.
Yes. It's not over until you get that last shot.
Yeah, I've read the situation the wrong way on the Neil Crisp Alan Newman rink. Alan Newman was the one that was getting shot on that last end, so he's won at 21-18 if that scoreboard is correct. Not exactly sure how that happens, given Crispy was down 19-18 and then had first bowl the next end, but
Oh, well,
maybe I missed something.
just a little trick. Doug's always this one's just going to be a bit short, but
Nuisance value?
yeah, it is. So I think the Optimus will get around it.
Yeah, agree.
What are your bowls, Tone?
I've got a Henselite XG, blue and red colour. As much as I'm a St Kilda supporter, the rest of my family are all Demons, and I couldn't get red, black and white, so I went the red and blue. Keep the family happy. They're kind of my second team, so...
Mick's just gone a little past. His line again was lovely. Well, your footy team's been spending a lot of money all of a sudden lately,
Not sure
Tony.
where we've got it all from, but
No,
unleashed the war chest.
Yeah.
Contracted Messiah Wanganeen Miller for 25 years or whatever we've done with him, 8 years or something silly. Could even be longer. And then
Unbelievable.
TDK coming across from Carlton. Lovely bowl here. St Kilda might be looking to contract Doug Kleinens the way he's going.
Yes, certainly a bit of a comeback king.
So Mickey Swan, he was, 6 foot long, and he was 6 foot wide and then 4 foot long, so he needs a correction with his last. Going with speed.
Going with weight.
If he can get the jack back, this one's all over. Oh, well, he gets 2 out, so second prize.
That is a good bowl. It is a good result.
It is. Had options, had shot bowl one side, some front traffic the other, and Jack would have been the primo. So Doug Kleinens picks up 3 ends in a row. 1 shot going his way. Don't imagine he's going to want to change too much with the length. Again, the mat in about 2 or 3 feet from the tee, the front of the mat. This one perhaps a touch shorter.
Couple of metres.
Yeah. Back to sort of where it was when Mick Swan was finding it. A few ends back. 20-14 the lead. Victoria over Queensland. Opening match of the 2025 National Bowling Arm Championships here at the City Bowls Club in Warrnambool.
Momentum is an amazing thing in sport. Probably more pronounced in bowls than many other sports, but here's a lovely opener on the line, about a metre behind.
Doesn't get much more online. It's just going to fall over and off. But on its running surface, that was cherry ripe in the middle.
Now Mick will be taking a big deep breath here and drawing, hoping for one of his best.
Queensland have come back a bit on the big board here too. Mick Swan had his line good, just needed an extra yard or 2. Now 72.85. It got out as much as 30 shots. Back now to just 13 shots the difference.
And still quite a few ends to play in the fours. They've played 10, 10 and 11, and of course they're playing 15.
If you've just joined us, it's effectively 3-5 aside. So 3 rinks of fours, 3 rinks of singles constitutes a match. The most leg wins is what it's all governed on. Currently, Victoria has 1 leg win. Queensland has 1. 4 of them undecided.
Mick's changed sides. He's given it a bit more, and we know they
Mind this
turn.
ball. Just a touch too much. Just having a little bit of trouble getting this last shot. Can be the thorn in the side of many, trying to go from 20 to 21. It's only 1 shot, Pat.
Don't talk about it, Tony. I lost the club championship 25-24 last year.
And you were first to 24.
I was first to 24. Yes.
So that's what some people would call a good bad bowl from Doug Kleinens. It gives Mick Swan something to use. As much as it's the shot bowl, that's the good bit. The bad news with that is it can be used by the opposition. Mick Swan doesn't need to use it. He's holding match with one bowl to come. Confirmed by our marker, Bruce Colley.
But we know that Doug was in this situation before.
Yeah, don't count him out.
No, it's not
Very
over
good in
yet.
the second half of this match. He started off to a flyer. Mick Swan got the better of him, but then he's jumped straight back on it these last 3 or 4 ends. Is this the last bowl of this match, Pat Schramm?
Well,
Looks pretty good. Just got to get a bit of help now.
oh,
What a bowl.
what a beautiful bowl.
Doug Kleinens.
Doug,
That's brought a smile to his face.
yes.
Now, how does Mick Swan get shot here, Pat? That's the big question. He does have the best back, so
It's interesting. I think he will go with a bit of weight.
looks to be shaping up more a draw line, but I would have thought we might have seen a bit of weight there. But there's a reason why he's out there and I'm in here, so
Oh. Is it
Swan's
going to
just gonna
hold?
have to hold this last little bit.
Oh,
Oh, well, he's a bit stiff.
what a well-played bowl.
Too much of the jack and not enough of the bowl. Looks like that'll be a couple of shots the
Looks
way
like a 2.
of Doug Kleinens. It'll now be 20-16. And he keeps
Just plodding away.
plodding away.
Tick, 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 tick.
20-16 means Mick Swan only needs one more, but another count here, and all of a sudden there'll be a little bit more pressure on Mick Swan. He's getting in the ear of Simon Cullinane now behind him. Teammates, Simon's had a victory on the rink next door, 21-7. So hopefully Simon can settle any nerves that Mick may have.
Back to the full length. Looking for first bowl pressure. Handy, but he's been bowling some beautiful ones, so plenty of room for Mick.
Yeah, Mick will also be looking for a bit of first bowl pressure here, and
Yes, he
taking
will.
pressure off himself, if nothing else.
That's right.
Forehand side for Mick Swan.
Nice grass line.
Yeah, reasonable start.
Certainly shot at this moment.
Yeah, about 2.5 feet away.
Do you think we'll ever get away from talking in feet for
I
bowls?
don't think so. I still remember stories of markers and umpires with, marking a match that had under 18 females, and they thought, I better do the right thing and do centimetres and metres. And the player shot back pretty quickly. Well, what's that in feet and inches? So I don't think so. It's going to be a long way away.
We have one player who does mat lengths,
Yeah, okay.
and she doesn't understand feet and inches, but she understands mats.
Yeah.
We all have our idiosyncrasies, don't we?
We sure do. Looks like a big pick-up to the Vicks on the far rink. There was a hand raised as if it might have been a 4 or a 5 over there. 1, 2, 3, 4 getting added. So good pick-up to the Vic rink over there. They still trail 17-10 after 12. The other two rinks locked at 8 shots apiece, and Victoria in front 13-5, both those after 10 ends. So big pick-up by the Vicks on the far rink. Puts the overall margin back out to 18. Doug Kleinhand's doing what he needs to do to stay in this match. Well, there's obstacles both hands now for Mick Swan.
Doug has walked up to the head after his third bowl. Mick has changed hands.
So it looks a touch on the quick side. Will need some contact somewhere.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Like you look at that head and I think play the forehand, come in off the wing bowl. But then Mick can see trail the kitty to his back bowl.
Well, he can afford to be very positive with his last, pending what Doug Kleinhands does with his last.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got 2 seconds. He's got the best back a couple of times. So
And all of Doug's bowls are short of the kitty, short of the jack at this time.
I like the way he gets it away, Doug Kleinens. Sort of steps off the mat with a bit of forward momentum. Most unusual for bowlers arm players. Oh, goodness.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself.
That
So
was
his head in
unfortunate.
his hands. A little bit of good fortune the way of Mick Swan. Confirms with the marker that he's holding 1. We'll add 1 more to the score, and Mick Swan has made it to 21-16 in the opening match of the 2025 National Bowlers Arm Championships. And Pat, that was an entertaining match. We couldn't quite get Mick Swan over the line. Doug Kleinens did his best to extend it, but in the end, he did get there.
Absolutely, and well marked by Bruce Colley. Well cameraed by these young gems that are sitting beside me. Good on you, boys.
Pure
Thank
Stream
you.
AV, a terrific job. Some updates to some scores. So this is over on the New South Wales and WA matches. So 17-16 the way of WA in the singles. They've had a victory to New South Wales 21-13 and a victory to WA 21-13. In the fours, 16-6 after 11. The way of New South Wales, 12-11 after 12 to WA, and 13-8 rounds out the scores for WA v New South Wales. That concludes our coverage from the opening match of the 2025 National Bowling Arm Championships here at City Bowls Club in Warrnambool. We will be back at 1:30 here with a match of Queensland v Victoria's triples. We look forward to seeing you again here at the National Bowlers Arm Championships.